What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Now, before we get to Deon's interview, this is Decklist that he used to get top 4 out of Ohio State, and as you see, it is another Seismitoad Aromatisse deck, and of course, he plays like all these beautiful different attackers: one Darkrai, Malamar, Yveltal, Genesect, Jirachi, Keldeo, and of course, ask why did he play those, what is his favorite one, and stuff like that. And we see he plays the 1AZ, 1 Xerosic, and 2 Fan Club. Ask if the 2 Fan Club was good, did he want more, did he want less, and of course I ask why is the AZ in there. But hopefully you enjoyed the interview, and thanks for watching. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we're doing another states question answer video with Deon. And Deon, where are you from? You hear me?
Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, okay. I can hear you.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. From Columbus, Ohio.
Alright, and what states are we talking about?
The Ohio State Championship, yeah.
Okay, alright. So how'd you end up doing a Swiss?
Swiss, I ended up 6-1-1.
Alright. And what were some of the decks that you played against, and did you win or lose against them?
Boy. This is like almost 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, true.
But, I played against, a mirror match in round 1. I played the Seismitoad Aromatisse deck. He was running some different decks. I was able to just get the advantage with my Toads, putting him to sleep with Malamar and stuff. I played a couple of Night Marches, an Executor deck. That was my one loss. The Travis Nunless with Executor, I lost to that. I drew against the Don fan deck early, like round 3 or 4. So that was my draw. So I had to I was 2-1-1 after 4, so I had to win out to make top 8. Played a couple of Darkrai, Yveltal Toads, a Blastoise deck, like not Archie's, like actual like Dodgeballs and like Blastoise, like Red Candy Blastoise.
Was this later on the rounds or early?
This was somewhere in the middle. I think it was probably round 5 at 2-1-1. I think it was round 5. It was like Whale Lords that like stall for time and hope you don't play against Toad so you can Red Candy Blastoise and do stuff. But it was a fun looking build. And then I think one more match I think I'm missing. Flareon, that's what it was. A Flareon deck. So yeah, a couple of Night Marches, a couple of Flareon, a mirror match, and Executor, and that Blastoise deck. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, you there, Squeaky?
Yeah, I'm there. It takes, I don't know if it's your in there or mine in there, but it takes a second. But I can hear you. All right. Okay. So in top 8, are you nervous? Are you excited?
A little bit of both. I mean, no stranger to top 8. I usually do pretty well at states. I've never made, like, before when it was top 16, when top 16 was a thing, I usually made it. I usually have a tendency to bubble a lot. I'm either on the bubble or I get in. But yeah, a little bit of nervousness though. I get matched up against a Seismitoad Manectric Bats deck, which normally could be a little bit more of a positive matchup for me, but like if he comes at me with the Toads and locks me up and get Manectric going, it can get weird. And if it's Bats and I got my Spritzies before they become Aromatisse, that's a big problem. First game, he gets set up pretty well and does just that, knocks out Spritzies and just dominates me pretty much. I try to get the advantage back, putting him to sleep and stuff. He actually flipped like 14 out of like 17 sleep heads to wake up. Like the whole first game, he didn't flip tails. Okay. And then game 2, I ended up somehow winning that one after a Jirachi start. And then game 3, I just got the full setup and just controlled the entire match.
Okay, all right. So moving on to top 4, what are you playing against?
Top 4 is actually just straight Toad Bats, which is better than Manectric. I had a pretty good matchup against from Orion Chris article on the deck that I played. Just kind of did what I thought would be necessary for that matchup, which is pretty easy. I mean, the Toad Aromatisse deck is a Toad mirror match kind of deck. To try to get the advantage so you can quick and lock them. And if they don't knock out Spritzies before they become Aromatisse, you usually win the matchup. But one thing I didn't account for that I didn't play at all Swiss was Silent Lab, and that pretty much said goodbye Malamar. So I played 2 Verbeck. I played 3 going into the event, and then I cut 1. Didn't play any Silent Lab all day, all tournament, and I just couldn't find my Verbecks out, and I just got locked by Silent Lab pretty much.
Okay. So did you end up losing the best 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost in 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost in 2. I lost game 1 pretty decisively. Like I said, I hadn't played Silent Lab at all. It's to the point where I actually broke his block early in game 1, which I was still at a huge disadvantage. And I ended up Ultra Ball, like, oh crap, I have items. I have no supporter. And I Ultra Ball for Jirachi and Stellar Guidance, and he's like, Silent Lab. I was like, oh, well, I was probably going to scoop anyway. So we scooped that and played game 2. Game 2's a little bit better. He Silent Labbed me early again. I'm pretty sure he only played 1, which just was crazy how fast he got it out the second game.
Yeah.
But he gets it out on me, and we're going back and forth with our Toads. He's doing bat damage everywhere. Knocks out a couple of my guys. I managed to get a knockout on 1EX, and he's got like 120 damage on my Keldeo that I can't get the damage off because he's locking me, and gets it to 150, and I managed to Xerosic the DC off of his Toad with 2 cards in hand, and that had a pretty good indication that he didn't have a draw support of any kind. He ends up top decking Juniper. Juniper gets the DCE while I'm holding Max Potion in my hand to heal that Keldeo.
Yeah.
And then the next turn he Crowbats and knocks it out for the game. So beats me 2-0.
All right. Well, still top 4 is very great. So congratulations, sir.
So, I appreciate it, man.
Okay. So why did you decide to play Seismitoad Aromatisse for the tournament?
I thought it was a pretty good deck. Something I've been wanting to play for a while. As you know, as everybody knows, the format's pretty diverse. So I don't think anybody really knows what they're going to play going into states. I had a feeling that it's going to be a lot of Toad decks as usual. I really like Aromatisse as a whole, and I saw Ryan Craig's article, and it really marinated with me. And I was like, yeah, so I'm going to play this. And I played a few matches with my friend Steve Guthrie, also known as World Renowned Heretic. And we played a few rounds of that. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty good if I don't play against VG.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So besides Seismitoad, what was your favorite attacker in the deck? Because you do play a lot of one-of attackers.
Yeah. Well, the Genesect was an add-in. It's because Kyogre, thanks to Kevin Baxter, was super popular in our area, and quite a bit was played. The Genesect with the Muscle Band's pretty good against both primals. If you can time it right and get it going. I also got to use it in the.
Okay. So the last thing I heard is you said it was good against primals, and then you said it was also good against, and that's when you cut out.
Okay, yeah, I got to do that Blastoise deck that I played. I mean, besides like locking all day, eventually he's coming at me with the Suicune and then Keldeos on the bench doing stuff. So like the Genesect just made quick work of the Keldeos, and I had to slowly laser damage the Suicune. The Suicune was kind of a problem because he got an early float still, and he was able to rush and retreat and rough seas. So like the damage could go away every time.
Yeah.
I finally got the Xerosic, the float stone, and got enough damage out, and then I would knock it out with the Aromatisse, and then they would come in with Keldeo, and then Genesect would knock out the Keldeo, and knock out another Keldeo, and then just like sweep.
Okay.
So,
now
that was probably. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
Oh yeah, that was probably my favorite thing. I kind of wanted to see how good the Genesect was in the Kyogre matchup, but Darkrai was. He's probably the MVP of the deck, given the whole deck free retreat, and I got the Nice Berry a couple times too, which is a really nice attack.
Yeah. I've actually top 8. I played Kyogre and I played against an Aromatisse Seismitoad deck, and they had a Genesect in there, and that's how he beat me. So I promise it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did only play two fan club. Did you ever want more, or did you want less? Just play one, or was the two enough? Like just perfect.
The two seem to be perfect. Like if I wanted to cut stuff, like I usually I don't like to play three fan clubs or anything like that. Like I think that's pretty heavy. I think two was actually pretty perfect for the deck. Um, just setting up more spritzies so they become aromatisse, or just getting your full board set up for whatever matchup you're playing against. I like two. I thought two was really good.
Now you played one Colors, one Zero Sick, one AZ, one Lysander, and one Trump card. Which one of supporter was your favorite?
I really wish I played two Goras. I just kind of built just a main deck and played a few matches. Didn't really change it outside of the starting list, but AZ probably like just so get another Toad Mirror. And never run out of macros, and then that would just VS Seeker AZ, VS Seeker AZ. Like the Seismitoad would just not die. Then I would trump card and just keep doing it again. It was so like AZ was probably the most fun card. Xerasic was very clutch too. Obviously, getting able to get DCs and flow stones off of opposing Keldios and stuff.
Okay. So after playing this tournament, would you make any changes to the deck? Or you think the list is pretty solid?
Um, I think the list as is pretty solid. I don't know what other attackers I might want to put in. I'm hoping to try to go to some of the spring regionals before the format change, and that's definitely a deck I could consider. Maybe something to help out against the Executor matchup. I don't know what kind of card can do that. Like maybe Kangaskani X or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, like I really like it. It's a really cool deck. When your opponent's not flipping heads all the time on Malamar sleep flips.
Now, did you ever have Did you ever like use Maximar to take like a huge knockout?
Yes, I got to finish one game with it, and then I kind of made a misplay in my Don fan match, the one that I unintentionally drew. So I got to get I think I did like a nine energy Malamar at the end to end the game one time, and I got 5 heads, and then so that was cool. And then one game in game one, I believe, yeah, game one against Don Fan. I've got pretty good control of the game. I'm taking these knockouts on Peluches with laser bake and stuff and locking him, but he's building this Don Fan that I don't like on the bench, and I've got a Toad with 120 damage on it, and I have access to Grenade Hammer, but I didn't want to like Grenade Hammer and just be like Halucha fodder. Like it probably was a misplay, so I decided to just come in and Lysander the Dolphin and Malamar it and Maximar it, and I only flipped 2 heads with no muscle band, and it didn't die. And I had like 6 energies on this Malamar, and it died the next turn.
Oh man, that's rough.
So that kind of sucked. I subsequently lost that game, and then won the second game almost right before time was called, and managed to get a draw out of that. So,
All right. Well, how many championship points are you at right now?
that put me at 210. It was a much needed finish for me after Cities. Cities was pretty disappointing. I got a few points off of that, but I went to Indiana States and got 17th when points went down to 16. Just continuing the bubble trend that I was telling you about. I either bubble or I get it or get points.
Yeah.
So yeah, so 210 was pretty good for me. I still have 5 open league challenges for a maximum of 75 there, and then I'm trying to go to some of these spring regionals now that I'm like super close. So.
Okay. Now I know you talked about it a little bit, but if you do go to regionals, would you consider playing this deck, or is there another deck that's like piquing your interest?
I would consider this deck. I would consider this deck pretty strongly. I got to do a decent amount of testing. I don't know how the matchup does against Executor. Like my games against Travis were pretty horrible. Like he ran super hot against me. It was so bad. That deck is pretty dangerous though. I don't like Executor at all. I don't know what else I would consider though. It's a pretty cool deck, and I'm just gonna have to test and see what happens. Also, another factor is considering if I can go to one of the regionals before the format change, because then that changes everything too. So
yeah, true. All right. Well, do you want to give any shout outs to anybody?
Yes. People over here at home in Columbus, Ohio, at the Buckeye Pokemon League. My main guys who I travel with, E&T, he always drives us around. Like, I'm never able to do anything without him, so much appreciated to him. Trey Reese, like I said, Steve Guthrie, World Renowned Heretic. He's one of our main testing guys that helps us out too. Um, Carl Shue, I test with him. I test with him pretty late at night a lot. Always probably keep him from doing as much homework as he probably should be doing because he's helping me out. So, so yeah, I wanted to make sure I got him a shout out because he said he gave me one. So,
alrighty, man. Well, thank you.
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this, and good luck at regionals.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Squeaky. You too.
Alrighty, bye.
All right.